Number 6 says that the graph below shows how the area of a rectangle changes as the length of the rectangle changes. What is the slope of the linear function shown on the graph? Okay, so they want to know slope. They said, what is the slope? Do we need to know any of this? No, we don't care what's going on. We just know how to find slope. If you look at your reference materials, it's this crazy long m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 on your brain dump. Remember to go ahead and change that to change in y divided by change in x. Even more simple, if this would work for non-proportional and proportional. But I noticed that my relationship is proportional because it goes through the origin. So I'm going to make it easier on myself and just do y over x. Because the relationship is proportional, you only need to use one point. I'm going to go and find a really good point on my graph. This one looks really good. And I'm going to do y over x to find my slope. This point is 10, 30 in ordered pair form. This is my x, this is my y. I'm just going to do y over x, so I'm going to take 30, put it on top, 10 goes on bottom. You could reduce this in your head, or you can type it into your calculator. 30 divided by 10, it's going to simplify to 3. Okay? Well, what if I chose this point here? Would I still get the same slope? Because I didn't see that when I went straight to this one. Okay, so what's that point? The ordered pair would be 20, 60. And in ordered pair form, this is your x, this is your y. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put y over x. Y would be 60, x is 20. I'm going to take my calculator. Comes out to the same exact thing, 3. Now let's take a look at those answer choices that they gave us. 1/3, 1/2, 3, and 5. I'm going to go ahead and circle this one, but I want to point out how easy it would be to get A and feel like it's right automatically when you see it. If you decide to do x over y instead of y over x, you would end up with 10 over 30 on this one, or 20 over 60 here. Both of those, when put into the calculator, would give you 1/3. So maybe you said, okay, I'm going to check both points just to be sure, and you use the x over y both times. You're going to get 1/3 both times, and so you may feel really sure. But this is that distractor. This is x over y, which is not right. 1/2 is just out in left field. Don't know where that comes from, but that's one of those extra answers that they add in. Another distractor is this 5. Remember, when you're finding the slope of the line, your point that you use needs to actually be on the line. However, if you decide to say, oh, I just know I just need to do y over x because it goes through the origin. Ooh, there's a really good corner right here. I'm going to put y over x, which would be 10 over 20, or 10 over 2, I apologize. 10 over 2, oh, and that would give you 5. Okay, this would reduce to 5, which would be this answer if you just decided to use a point on your grid. However, make sure that you're using a point that's actually on your line, and that answer is indeed 3, or C, slope of 3.